This is Martin. We got two presentations with him here in AVEM in Mexico, in Pachuca. So how are you feeling? How do you like Pachuca?
Pachuca is great.
Yeah.
It's pretty dry. There's a lot less snow than there is in Canada.
Right now, right?
But yeah, it's always a pleasure to visit in Mexico.
Yeah. You mentioned that you ate some tacos yesterday. Like, how
We had taquitos at the opening of the conference. And,
do you remember the names or something?
Oh, I have no idea.
That's fun.
There was some chicken and some pork, but it was amazing. Pico de gallo.
Let's talk about, the things that you know.
Okay.
Which is the presentations that you gave us here. You were talking about two topics: precision feeding, if I'm not mistaken, and also how to feed males and broiler breeders and everything. Like, how do you feel in those presentations? Let's talk about precision feeding. What was your presentation about?
One of my talks was on using data to make better decisions.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what my precision feeding system does. You've seen the graphs. There's so much information just on every individual bird. You can tell if it's on track. You can tell if if there's a problem, if it's got a sore foot, or if it's feeling sick. The feed intake is one of the first things to drop, so we can detect diseases early. We've been able to have flocks at 1% coefficient of variation in body weight, so essentially perfect flock uniformity at the time of lighting. So the big value from that is being able to have the males complete matings. We've seen in head-to-head comparisons of precision feeding and conventional feeding 4 and 6% increases in fertility without having to spike the males. So there's tremendous value from more chicks and from no spiking, right? Yeah. Big savings on that side.
And also focusing on feeding. That's where the money is right now. Is where the producers are losing or gaining some money back, right? In feeding, in general.
Yeah. So one of my talks, I talked about blending feed. Mm-hmm. We use phase feeding. Right, when we feed broilers. Why do we do that? It's because the nutrient requirements change with age. But they don't just change at 10 days and 21 days and 35 days. They change every day. Right? So if you had two different feeds and you blended them at different proportions throughout the whole cycle, you could meet the average requirement of your birds much closer and reduce your nitrogen excretion, reduce your phosphorus excretion, and have better profits. So that's one way that you can use a sort of a flock level precision feeding. But my focus is usually more on the individual. I think that's where a lot of the big gains are yet to be made, but not the easy gains.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So basically, you are promoting these ideas and these systems, let's say, to get better gains, let's say, in terms of you're mentioning fertility and body weight and those kind of things. There's other savings a part of those, like where the producer can save money as well, like in the feeding meal, for example. I don't know.
I work much more on the feeding management side.
Gotcha.
So if formulators can manage with risk, nutrient availability varies a lot in different feedstuffs. There are means of formulating where you embrace that variation, but even better, a lot of companies are using NIR technology, where you shine an infrared light on the feed. It scans, it sends a profile back saying what the levels of nutrients are and what's available to the bird. If we can shorten the time between the scan and the formulation so that we can actually tailor a formulation to every shipment of grain, that's a tremendous opportunity as well on the feed blending side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you coming from the University of Alberta and Canada and everything, what will be your recommendation? What do you see in the poultry industry in Mexico that you can see like an improvement, an opportunity? What would be your recommendation?
I think anywhere there's expensive labor, which doesn't really apply, or unreliable labor, which I think also doesn't apply, then you could use precision feeding. So I don't think precision feeding's day has, the Mexican market isn't probably ready for this technology yet. Although, if you can, I believe the Mexican industry is still spiking. So if you could get rid of spiking, that could be a tremendous benefit. I'm not familiar enough with the Mexican industry to comment a lot more about what you should do.
Definitely is that. Like if we can avoid or take out spiking and using new technologies to control the amount of feed for the males, that's a game changer right there, I think.
Yeah, and one of the things that I like to do is not tell someone what they should do, but to get you to think about something in a different way, to see that there might be other ways to think about what you're doing. So I would always challenge people to think about what you're doing in a critical way, and maybe take some new ideas like precision feeding, like precision livestock farming more generally, or agriculture 4.0. Where could you use sensors in your facility to shorten the turnaround on your response time to an issue that's arisen? So those are the kind of things that I like to get people to think about.
Yeah, you definitely gave us a lot of to think about in this interview and also in the show with your two presentations. Thank you very much for being with us.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you.